In the book, The One Thing, the authors make the case against multitasking. In our modern workplace culture, multitasking has been the celebrated thing, this thing that people want to put on the resume and show off to employers, and employers are looking for good multitaskers. But the science indicates that multitasking is a highly inefficient thing to do. When you switch your attention from one task to another, you incur attention switching costs, and those costs add up over time to be a really big taxation. Not only that, but this is how loose ends accumulate because you switch your task to something else, and then sometimes you just forget to come back to your original task, or even if you do come back to your original task, you might not be in the exact mindset you were in at the time you were doing it. This is particularly impactful for tasks like writing, for example, where the mindset is very paramount to success. And you're like trying to reorient yourself, and it's just hugely inefficient. There was a study conducted between people who were multitasking and people who were focusing one task at a time. And by all objective measures, the multitaskers were simply not as good as the people who were focusing one task at a time by all metrics, objectively speaking. Even the people who perceive themselves to be good at multitasking don't hold up to the stats that indicate that focusing one task at a time is the way to go in terms of productivity. Authors also make an interesting argument. They say that for professionals like pilots and surgeons, we would expect them to be fully focused in on their job. But then why is it that jobs other than those, we are much more lenient in terms of their being focused on the job, and we tolerate a much higher degree of being distracted by random other things and all sorts of multitasking that isn't focusing on the task at hand? The authors are saying that it's not just pilots and surgeons who should be focused on the job. Imagine how much productivity gains we could make if everyone was immersed in their job.